The hidden occult power of the Ottoman Empire. When we think of the Ottoman Empire, we picture vast armies, powerful sultans, and an empire that dominated 3 continents for more than 6 centuries. But beneath the cannons, palaces, and conquests existed another system of power, one rarely discussed. The Ottomans believed that empires rose and fell not only through human action, but through cosmic forces, divine signs, and hidden knowledge. Astrology guided state decisions, dreams shaped military strategy, magic was feared, regulated, and punished by law. To truly understand how the Ottoman Empire functioned, we must explore the unseen forces that shaped its politics, warfare, and worldview. The 6 pillars of Ottoman occult power. In this documentary, we will explore 6 key pillars that defined the Ottoman relationship with the occult. First, the use of state-sponsored astrology and divination at the highest levels of government. Second, how divination and magic were applied directly to military campaigns and warfare. Third, the strict legal and theological boundaries separating permitted sciences from forbidden sorcery. Fourth, the powerful official and unofficial practitioners who controlled occult knowledge. Fifth, real historical events where magic, astrology, and superstition influenced imperial decisions. And sixth, how these beliefs gradually declined during Westernization, yet never fully disappeared. With this framework in mind, let us begin. 1. Official state-sponsored divination and the occult. The Ottoman Empire formally recognized certain occult sciences as legitimate instruments of governance. The Muqabala-i-Hamsa, the 5-fold correspondence. This was the official, state-sanctioned system of political astrology. The empire was governed by the belief that celestial movements directly influenced earthly events. Nativities for sultans. Court astrologers cast detailed natal horoscopes for sultans, analyzing their character, fate, and vulnerabilities. No major decision was taken lightly. Coronations, treaty signings, executions, and military campaigns were scheduled only after astrologers confirmed favorable celestial alignments. Electional astrology for campaigns. The start date of military campaigns, especially major ones like the sieges of Vienna or Baghdad, was chosen based on planetary positions. Mars governed warfare, and Jupiter symbolized expansion. Lunar phases, waxing moon for growth, full moon for culmination, zodiac signs, Aries for initiation, Scorpio for secret plots. When disasters occurred, comets, earthquakes, plagues, astrologers were consulted to interpret their meaning for the empire. Historical sources even suggest that astrological warnings contributed to the execution of Grand Vizier Ibrahim Pasha in 1536, accused of treachery written in the stars. The science of letters and numerology, Ilm al-Huruf. This was a highly respected Islamic esoteric science based on the mystical properties of Arabic letters and their numerical values, abjad. Applications in statecraft. Calculating the lifespan of the empire. Scholars used the numerical value of the empire's founding date or the sultan's name to predict its duration. This was taken seriously at the highest levels. Talismanic diplomacy. Letters to rival rulers, like the Safavid Shah, sometimes included magic squares or encoded phrases intended to exert mystical influence. Architectural magic. Key buildings like the Topkapi Palace's Gate of Salutation or the Sulaymani Mosque were laid out with sacred geometrical proportions and foundation stones laid at astrologically potent moments. Military use of divination and sorcery. Ottoman warfare was never purely physical. A. Pre-battle rituals and omens. Oniromancy, dream interpretation. Commanders' dreams before battle or analyzed by army imams or dervishes. A dream of green birds or flowing water was auspicious. Broken teeth or falling walls were ominous. Bibliomancy, fal-i-Quran or fal-i-Hafiz. Before campaigns, the Quran or the Divan of Hafiz would be opened at random, and the first verse or couplet seen was interpreted as an omen for the campaign's outcome. Animal omens. The behavior of the sultan's horses or hunting birds, falcons, was closely watched for signs. Magical warfare and counter-sorcery. Rain magic. There are accounts of Ottoman armies employing rainmakers, often from Balkan or Anatolian folk traditions, to bog down enemy movements or, conversely, to stop rain to dry gunpowder. Talismanic armor and banners. Standards, especially the sacred banner of the Prophet, Sanjak-i-Sharif, carried on major campaigns, were believed to confer divine protection. Soldiers often carried Quranic amulets, hamail, or papers with magic squares sewn into their uniforms. Counter-magic against enemies. Ottomans believed their rivals used sorcery. Against the Habsburgs, there were fears of European alchemists and astrologers employed by the enemy. Ottoman spies were sometimes tasked with obtaining hair or nail clippings of enemy commanders for sympathetic magic. Against the Safavids, this was a magical Cold War. The Safavids, as Shiites, were accused by Ottoman Sunni scholars of using forbidden magic, sihr. Ottoman frontier commanders employed Sunni mystics to create counter-talismans. The legal and theological status. Tolerated science versus forbidden sorcery. The Ottomans made a crucial distinction based on Islamic law, Sharia, permitted or tolerated ilm, science, astrology or akam al-nujum, predicting general events, choosing auspicious times, oniromancy or interpreting dreams as divine messages, talismans using Quranic verses, God's names, or permitted symbols for protection or healing, the science of letters, mystical exploration of God's creation, forbidden or punishable, sihr, sorcery, necromancy, summoning spirits or jinn to cause harm, black magic, causing illness, death, or discord through spells or charms, love magic or potions to compel affection or desire, divination to uncover the unseen, gaib, claiming specific knowledge only God should have. Punishments for forbidden sorcery. Records from Sharia court registers, Qadi Sijelieri, show accusations of harmful sorcery of sihr could be punished by imprisonment and flogging for minor cases, execution in severe cases, especially if linked to political sedition or murder. In 1687, a diviner was executed for predicting the Sultan's death. Key sources and practitioners. Official state structure. Munajim Bashi, chief court astrologer, a powerful, salaried official who prepared annual almanacs or takvim for the Sultan with predictions, auspicious days, and weather forecasts. Hakim Bashi, the chief physician, often also versed in astrological medicine, i.e. bleeding based on lunar phase. Shaykhul Islam, the chief jurist, he issued fatwas that drew the line between permissible science and heresy or sorcery. Unofficial but influential networks. Sufi dervishes, especially the Mevlevi, whirling dervishes, and Bektashi orders. They were consulted for dream interpretation, amulets, and spiritual insight. The Bektashi were closely tied to the Janissary Corps, performing pre-battle rituals. Folk healers and diviners, Efsunji or Buyuji, operated in villages and markets using a blend of Islamic, Byzantine, and shamanistic practices, tolerated unless they caused public disorder.
Jewish and Christian astrologers employed for their expertise, particularly in medical astrology and alchemy.
5. Specific historical examples. The conquest of Constantinople, 1453. Mehmed II consulted his astrologer to determine the auspicious hour for the final assault. He also had the tomb of the Saint Abu Ayyub al-Ansari located and a mosque built over it, seeking the blessing, Baraka, of the companion of the Prophet for his new capital. The downfall of Sultan Osman II, 1622. Osman's unpopular reforms led to rumors spread by his enemies that he had fallen under the influence of sorcerers from the Crimea who clouded his judgment. This was used as propaganda to justify his deposition and murder. The Tulip Era, 1718 through 1730, an era of cultural flowering and spending, Grand Vizier Ibrahim Pasha's downfall was precipitated in part by his enemies spreading rumors that his success was due to demonic sorcery and not legitimate statecraft. Decline of official belief and Westernization. The Tanzimat reforms, 1839 through 1876, and the rise of scientific positivism eroded the state's official patronage of the occult. The office of Munajimbashi was gradually stripped of its predictive role, becoming more of a calendar maker. Military academies began to teach European-style military strategy, not astrology. The printing of the first official Ottoman yearbook in the 19th century marked the shift from an astrological almanac to a secular administrative guide. However, belief in the evil eye, Nazar, amulets, Nazar Bonjuku, Muska, and folk divination persisted strongly among the populace and persists in modern Turkey today. Conclusion. The Ottoman Empire was not a secular, disenchanted state. It was a magico-imperial complex where astrology was a tool of governance, sorcery was a feared weapon and a serious crime. The boundary between science, religion, and magic was fluid. Control over the unseen was considered a component of sovereign power. The Ottoman Sultan was not just a political and military leader, he was also expected to be a patron of all sciences, ulum, which included the occult sciences, to ensure the cosmic order aligned with the prosperity of his state. To ignore this dimension is to misunderstand the mental and spiritual world in which the Ottomans operated. Their empire was built as much on symbols, omens, and celestial alignments as it was on canons, tax registers, and bureaucratic decrees.